Hello everybody and welcome back to Will You Press That Button. My name, I forgot to reset the stupid timer. Stupid timer. Alright. You can bring one loved one back to life, but you must journey to a forbidden land and find a godlike entity who will request you kill 16 colossi first with nothing but a bow, a sword, and a horse. What? Alright, well, let's start with this. When you say bring a loved one back to life, like what condition are we talking in? Because let's say, for example, someone had cancer, they died of cancer, they're going to come back with the cancer because then they get to die a horrible death a second time, and to me that's just not okay. Secondly, colossi, I mean, when you use the word colossi or colossal in general, it usually means that it's over 100 feet tall. And to gain an idea of that, that's about the size of a skyscraper. So if there are things that big, and all you're giving me is a bow, a sword, and a horse to kill 16 of them, I'm dead. So basically you're saying, fuck my life, to bring back someone that probably will die another horrible death anyway. So, I mean, there is no positive side to this entire thing here. I mean, it depends. I mean, if they died a natural death and you bring them back, then that's fine. But it doesn't say whether or not they have any diseases that they may have or may not have died from. So therefore, I am not going to press that button. So, 58% of people press the button, not knowing whether or not. Well, as well as what would you do for a loved one? You can make anybody love you, but everybody else can make you love them too. Wait, what? Okay, so I can make anybody I want. If she's the most beautiful girl in the world, I can make her instantly love me. But she can make me, and everyone else can make me love them too. So, or the fattest, ugliest girl in the world can make me love her, which would be very creepy. So, no, it's not worth it. I will not press that button. You cannot make me. 49% press that button. Boy, suckers, you fucked. You will be the best writer in the world, but you will make typos all the time. Well, guess what? I don't care about being a writer, and I don't care about typing, so 67% hit. Oh. And by the way, I suppose typos don't really matter because you just give it to an editor and they fix all that shit. So anyway, you can time travel whenever you please using your mind, but you can't go in the future and risk messing everything up by ruining important. What? You can't go in the future and risk messing everything up by ruining important times. So I can't travel to the future, is what you're saying, but I can travel back in time. See, now when it comes to time travel, a couple of things come to mind with time travel, which makes me believe that it's not worth it for me to time travel. The first thing is, one, is there parallel universes? Because if I go back in time and fix something, does it just fix it for that timeline, but does not affect the original time that I'm in? So let's say I go back in time 10 years and change something, and then I come back to my time now. Does it affect the time now that I'm in now, or does it create an alternate timeline with an alternate separate universe or parallel universe that doesn't affect the universe I'm in whatsoever? Because if that's the point, then there's no point in going back in time and changing anything, because it wouldn't change anything. I mean, there would be really no change here. That's number one. Number two, how big are the change going to be? Because there's what you call the butterfly effect. Even the smallest thing can affect the future in big ways. And so it then begs the question, what changes are going to happen and how big are those changes going to happen? If I go back in time and ask a girl that I'm too scared to ask out, what changes will happen? Will I have the same job? Will I still like YouTubing? Will this, that, and the other things still be the same? So, I mean, you never know. So for me, time travel, there's just too many variables of things that could go wrong for me to... Oh, wow, 71% want to time travel. Well, good luck with that. But for me, there's just too many variables that I don't know about that could possibly F up everything that's currently going on. And I don't want to risk that. So, hyperspace travel becomes a reality, and we start to colonize other planets and other galaxies. But this invites a multitude of new threats from various alien species. Well, That's going to happen anyway. Eventually, when we learn to travel through space, we're going to end up on planets in distant galaxies, and we're going to end up encountering aliens that may or may not like us. So, I mean, that is already a possibility. So, yes, I will gladly press that button, and we will have a Mass Effect up in this business. Play Mass Effect. It's an amazing game. No, I am not being paid to advertise that in any way. I'm just stating that it is a very good game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I recommend it. And 62% agreed with me to press that button. Perfect hair, no matter what. But I already have perfect hair. But you have dandruff, and I already have dandruff. So this makes no sense to me. There's no point. Alright, no. I admit I don't have the perfect hair. Probably don't. I mean, there's really no difference. I mean, there's dandruff shampoo out there. And I do admit I do have dandruff. And I do have dandruff shampoo, and I never have dandruff anymore because of the dandruff shampoo. So, I mean, that already counteracts it. So, I mean, I really don't care, so I guess I'll press the button. 43% want perfect hair. Alright. Timing, okay. You produce exact change from your pockets at all times. You can buy anything and no one can steal from you. But you don't know if people like you for who you are or because you have money. You will always feel obligated to buy them things. Okay, so first and foremost, I have infinite money then. It's basically saying, if you've ever played D&D, I got a pocket of holding. I literally just reach into a gaping alternate, or not alternate, I just, what would that be called? Alternate dimension, that's the thing. I just reach into a gaping alternate dimension that is my pocket, that's filled with apparently infinite amounts of money, and just pull out the money every time I need it. However, I don't know if people will like me. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because technically, normally you don't know whether or not people like you or not, unless they're smiling and laughing around you all the time, then you know they like you. But unless they go out of their way to smile or laugh, or go out of their way to let you know that they like you, you usually don't know if a person likes you right off the bat, or whether they like you at first. Anyway, so not knowing if people like me, I mean, that's not really that big of a deal to me. And to be honest, whether you like me for who I am or not doesn't really bother me, because I am who I am. I'm not going to change for anybody. That's just the way I am, so I don't give two fucks whether you like me for who I am. And if you like me, great. If you don't like me, well, then that's just your preference. But so far I haven't really found that many people who don't like me. So anyway, because you have money, and then you will always feel obligated to buy them things. Well, when I'm with my friends, I end up buying everything anyway. Well, I suppose I can't say that because Sancho does do half the time he buys food and half the time I buy food when we hang out. So I suppose I can't say all the time, but I do buy stuff for my friends already, and so that's already pretty much the truth. And to be honest, if that's the worst I gotta deal with for infinite money, fuck it. 88% no, 68% agree with me. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. 32% doesn't want infinite money. Now I know a lot of people say, well, if you're rich, people look at you differently because you're rich. Like, your friends may not be your friends anymore. And I disagree with that. And the reason for that being is it depends on how you treat them after you get the money. Because if you act all stuck up after you get money, then yeah, you're going to lose your friends. But if you still treat them with respect, and you're still willing to let them partake in some of the money, like if you give them something, buy them something, like I always said that if I ever became rich, I'd buy a mansion, and that me and all my friends would live in the mansion together and play video games forever until we die, which would be really cool. Because I ever won the lottery and I had millions of dollars, I don't think I'd ever, like, well, I'd have to win a couple of lotteries for that, but if I ever got rich or whatever. But that's just, it depends on how you treat people after you get the money. If I said, if my friend would still be my friends if they moved into a mansion with me with all that money, but anyway. You will become an amazing secret agent with the power to do great good. But no matter how hard you try, there will always be someone you cannot save. And to be honest, if you look at it this way, no matter what job you do with policeman, soldier, or if you're in the army, you're a police officer, a firefighter, or a medic, or whatever, or even if, in every job there's always those one or two people that you can't save. So that's that. Even in my, which suppose this doesn't really apply to grocery stores, but there's always just one or two grumpy people that walk into the grocery store that just are having a bad day no matter what you do. And that kind of falls into that same category, but it's not really saving. So, I mean, there's always, in jobs where you save people's lives, there's always going to be those times where you're not going to be able to save people. It's just the way that it is. So this doesn't really change anything other than the fact that you become an amazing secret agent. So, 65% press that button. Good for us. You will gain the power to become invisible, but you can only go invisible with your eyes. I'm sorry. When you close your eyes. So basically I'm blind. So not only am I invisible, but I can't see where I'm going. Which means unless I have the powers to be able to sense things around me like in Dragon Ball Z, then I am fucked. And why I keep mentioning that is it's one of my favorite shows, by the way, Dragon Ball Z. That and Bleach. Those are the two favorite anime that I liked watching when I was growing up. It's sad that they're both done. I know Dragon Ball Z is supposed to be coming out with another series, but I don't know. Who knows, right? But anyway, that aside, unless I have the ability to sense things around me like a sixth sense, where I can tell what's going on without having the use of my eyes, that's completely pointless. So no, I will not press that button. 64%. Press the button. 64% of you want to be blind, why invisible? Is this that you can't see me so I can't see you type deal? That doesn't work too well. Anyway, you can have all the technology you want, but you can't have Wi-Fi. No! Okay. Actually, everything I have in my room is Wi-Fi, so that is a serious problem. I actually prefer Wi-Fi, because then I can put shit anywhere I want in my room and not have to worry about having to have wires going all over the place. So Wi-Fi is actually a big deal for me. I mean, literally everything that you can connect Wi-Fi wires is Wi-Fi. I have a wireless keyboard, I have a wireless Xbox One. Oh, well, not wireless, well, I can connect wirelessly to the internet. My PS3 has a wireless, my Xbox 360 is wireless, my computer has a wireless Wi-Fi. Because Wi-Fi is just amazing. My phone obviously has Wi-Fi on it. So, I mean, Wi-Fi is just... I didn't realize now, until now, how much I depended on Wi-Fi. So, no. 43% push the button. There's no point in having technology if you can't have Wi-Fi. You get 50 of your current, so I'm just going to assume that's $50. Because it could be $50.50. I'm just gonna go with $50 on this one. But your favorite electronic device gets a crack right down the middle, but it is still functional. So I get $50 just to crack my phone. Really? That's gonna be quite hard considering I've literally dropped this phone. Like literally, I shit you not 6 times, and it's still in one piece with no cracks. It's a you guys can see it here. It's a prepaid touchscreen smartphone. It was only $100 for me, so I mean it's pretty freaking durable. The only thing that happens when I drop it is my battery goes flying out, and I gotta pick it up and put it back in. But that's really not a big deal to me because I can deal with that. It's not the end of the world. I said it's not the end. Okay. So no, I would not press that button because a crack down the middle of that thing would piss me off, because basically what that's saying is every time you slide your finger you're going to end up cutting your finger on the screen, and I don't want to have to deal with that, and 45% of the people want to deal with that, so we're going to move on. You can simulate the real world in every single detail on your computer, enabling you to create various multiverses in your own hands, but you cannot alter anything with yourself and can only be you in all those universes. But I get to choose who I get to go on dates with, right? And get to... no. I won't go that way. See, I don't see the point of that, because virtual reality is pointless to me, because, ooh, congratulations, you managed to lose your virginity in cyberspace. But you didn't lose it in real life, so therefore you're still a virgin. So nothing has changed for you. So sorry. So there's no point in having an alternate life like that for me. I just don't see the point of it. Alright, so our last question for where you press the button. Every present conflict in the world is instantly resolved, but you die. Alright, well, basically I'd say the world now has world peace, but I die for world peace. So the question is, will I die for world peace? You know what? I would. And the reason for that is, that saves only 57% of people, 43% of you would not make the self-sacrifice for world peace. I suppose it wouldn't be forever. Something else would eventually happen, I guess. But it would be temporary world peace, which is still worth it, because then it really shows the world that we can have world peace, and we can attempt to get along. And that is worth it to me. So, I would die for the greater good. So, thank you everybody for watching where you press the button. And don't forget to check out the other videos of me pressing the button. And other videos that I have done besides that. So, thank you everybody for watching. And I will see you later. Goodbye! Goodbye. You're still here? Alright, yeah. I don't know. Goodbye, I guess. I don't stop fucking around. Goodbye!